Have you ever gone to the grocery, you see an item, you know what it is, but you never cook with it, and so you're afraid and you just leave it on the shelf? Well, today we have something special for you. We're working with this. Do you know what this is? I'm making something nice. Okay, so let us deal with the elephant in the room. Yes, I know you all haven't seen me for what almost maybe a year. My God, we are sorry, we apologize. It wasn't the producer's fault, it wasn't my fault. It was just life and things just happening, but I'm back here now and we are going to be working with barley. Now this is going to be one out of maybe a series of videos where we're talking and working with barley. Now I know many of you might know barley only in porridge. In fact, the first time I officially had it was in porridge. But do you know there are several ways that you could cook barley? We are actually going to be making fried, well, I can't say fried rice. We're going to be making our take on fried rice, but we're using barley. It is actually something that the producer and I did, not together, but you know they say great minds think alike. Barley is such it's an underrated grain, I would say. Many people, they just know it in one use as porridge, but it's nutty. You can take on a nice nutty flavor. It has a nice chew. And to give all you a little more info on what barley is all about and its nutrition, it says barley is a versatile ancient cereal grain from the grass family. So it's been around a long time. It's recognized as the world's fourth most cultivated grain, and it's characterized by a chewy texture and nutty flavor. Same thing I told you guys. And it comes usually in two types, either the hulled barley, which is minimally processed, retaining the bran and the germ, and the pearl barley, which we are working with, which is processed to remove some of the hull and bran, just to make it a little bit easier to eat, right? So this is what it starts off as. I would say in terms of size, I don't even know. What is this small Badawi? Is probably maybe a quarter of a lentil. Yeah, a quarter of a lentil, but it's more round, kind of ovally. And when cooked, it could maybe quadruple or triple in size. Yeah. So we're going to get into this very quick and easy recipe, and this is great for those of you if you want to stay away from the rice. Now I'm a rice girl. I love rice, but sometimes too much rice is not good if you're watching your carbs and stuff. So this is a great way to enjoy rice but with barley. Yeah, so let's get into it. So we're working with a hot wok, always hot, and we are adding oil. So next we're adding our garlic. Love garlic. In my opinion, you could never have too much garlic. All the garlic lovers out there. Also ginger. Again, your usual suspects in any Asian dish. We're gonna add some of our chives here. And then we're going in, we have our allspice, some salt, some white pepper, which is common in Asian cooking, some Vetsin MSG. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but we like it and we're using it, okay? And some black pepper. Listen, it's already smelling so fragrant in here. I'm just going to raise it just a little bit, and then we're going to add in our carrots. The carrots. Hi! Somebody peeping through the window that they want food, but they ain't getting none. Right? So I'm just gonna let this sweat a little bit because I want the carrots just to cook a little bit. I still like my stir fry to have some crunch to it. And we're gonna add now our bok choy. I think when I did the recipe I used pak choy, but you could obviously use bok choy or any green that you want. Toss, toss, turn, turn, and then I'm gonna go in with my barley. Now, traditionally with fried rice, you always use stale rice, which essentially is rice that was cooked and then put in the fridge for the next day. The producer made the barley ahead of time, so we are working with stale barley. Look at this. Look at this. Right. I'm gonna add now some dark soy. I don't want it to get too dark. And which is why also I was looking at my salt content, because I know the soy would have added some salt to it as well, although the dark soy sauce is a little sweeter. So I'm just going around and around just to make sure all of the barley is coated. And then I know some of you guys might use sesame while you're cooking, but really and truly sesame is more of a finishing oil, because when you cook with it, the flavor cooks out. So we're actually gonna add the sesame at the end, at the very end. And I think we're good here, you know. Stove is off. Some sesame and some fresh chives. Give it that nice raw sort of oniony flavor. Hey, guys, look at this. I mean, this took less than what, 10 minutes? I mean, if we include prep, it might be about closer to 20 or 30, but and it smells. Again, adding the sesame at the end is the best way to go, because the flavor stays. If you add it while you're cooking, you're gonna have to add it at the end because it cooks out, so it's always best to add it at the end. Look at that. As usual, my favorite part of cooking. Let me tell you something. If you like rice, you will like this. The consistency of the barley, it is slightly nutty. There's a nice chew, but then it also takes on a kind of smoothness, which I love. All your barley is great. It's not just for porridge. So the next time you see this in the grocery, do not be intimidated. Remember this video, pick it up and try it.